So I seen a meme going around, and I asked this question on Twitter, and I got a really interesting response of a lot of people really caring about this topic. And I thought, let's switch it up. Let's do something fun. Let's talk about who had it worse between these four characters. Kaneki Ken, Eren Yeager, Izumi Shinichi, and Ganta Igarashi. Now, obviously, you have to have seen these four series to understand what these characters have been through. I'll give you a brief description. Ganta Igarashi, he basically was wrongfully accused of some crimes of killing his entire classroom, all of his friends and everything, and ultimately was sent into this prison where people have these superpowers, and everyone is just batshit crazy. You have all sorts of different nut jobs in there, and he's stuck in there, and people die. Like, if you don't complete missions and get these candies, you will die from this neck brace, and it's just insanity in there. So he's in there just like, what, 12-year-old kid, something along the lines of that, or 14, something along the lines of that, anyway, really young, and he has to fend for his life and ultimately try to break free eventually from this prison and this nightmare called Deadman Wonderland. I'm sure you guys know, but Eren Yeager oppressed his entire life, wanted to get out of these walls surrounded by these man-eating giants called Titans, and eventually he has to go through some crazy shit, loses his mom along the way during the first, few episodes or so, and yeah, he just has a really fucked up time as well. Ken Kaneki, normal kid, didn't have his mom, lost his mom at a younger age, never really knew his father. Ultimately, one day, he gets ambushed by this girl that he's trying to date. She fucking bites him and starts trying to kill him. Eventually, she gets taken out, and ultimately he gets implanted with these organs that turn him into a ghoul where he can no longer eat human food. He's tortured by it. He's depressed by it. He basically is forced to want to eat humans, and he can't even be around his friends or anything, and this is really fucking depressing. And last but not least, Izumi Shinichi. One day some parasite shit gets into him, and he goes through a living hell, losing family member after family member after friend after lover. Everything is just insanity, and he ultimately has to even struggle between his humanity and how he's losing it and turning into a monster. Now, with all that being said, I could definitely say between the four of them, one of the ones that I would say while he had it, because they all had it bad, let's be clear here, like, if I wanted to just end this video right now, they all had it fucking bad. Good day, guys. But if I was to compartmentalize things and look at it from a different perspective, even though Eren was oppressed from younger, you kind of get, like, you live that life, you grow up in that life, and it's ultimately why, yeah, it's somewhat oppressive and, well, very oppressive and depressing. That's just the life that you live, so it's not going to be as big an impact as something coming along into your decent life and fucking you all up. So while Eren, again, had it terrible and still has it terrible, ultimately, I would say between the four of them, he grew up with that, and yeah, he lost his mom along the way, and again, they've all lost people. Everyone, again, I'm comparing them, four people that have done through tragedy. So I obviously have to pick somebody, and I would say between the four of them, Eren definitely probably not had it the easiest in any means, but he grew up with these circumstances, so it wasn't as shocking to him, I would say. And again, losing his mom is a big thing, but I just feel as though compared to the others where they had it decent and then it's just BAM! Eren kind of already was somewhat used to this life. Now with the other three, honestly, it's really, really hard because all three of them, it was like one thing after another where they had a normal life and just BAM! Everything came at once. Between Ganta getting thrown into prison with all these nut jobs, Izumi having to go through a living nightmare with these parasites coming after him and having to fend for his life, and Kaneki, everything he's been through with fighting ghouls and trying to contain his humanity, but at the same time, just insanity as well. Honestly, I can't even downplay any of their troubles. And I really couldn't even downplay Eren's troubles, to be honest with you. I just felt out of the four, he's just the one that was more used to it than the others. Ganta Igarashi had it the worst, simply because being like 12 or 14 years old and being thrown in prison, you don't know what you did nothing wrong, you were framed for a crime, losing every friend that you had in your classroom, lost his mother at an early age as well, and just having to fend for his life and all the insanity. Just imagine going to prison already being enough as it is, but imagine being a little kid thrown into the worst prison in the world where people have superpowers that can fucking kill you and they're all psychotic. There's not one normal motherfucker up in there, and just when you think there's a normal person, bam! So I would have to, if I had to, there's a gun to my head, somebody said, I'm blowing your brains out, bro, you better do it, I would go with Ganta having it the worst. But that doesn't take away from any of the struggles that Shinichi had, because you've seen me, the tears were flowing down my face with some of those episodes. Likewise with Kaneki, like, he lost his mom, the mental struggles, being tortured. He went through some fucked up shit as well, but I don't know, I just feel as though being in prison alone is terrifying and everything, but being in a psychotic prison where you have to fight for your life and you have to play these crazy games and everything, it just seems too much. It seems as though I would break in a day insanity. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I thought that this would be a fun discussion, something a little bit different from the norm. Who had it worse? If you've only seen a couple of series, just say between those two who you think had it worse. And if you've only seen one of these series, tell me why do you think that this character just had it so bad? Because honestly, all four of them lived tragedies and nightmares life that I don't think many of us can even for a day walk in their shoes. But yeah, who had it worse? And your overall thoughts of this one. If you want to see more discussions like this, which I would love to do because this is really fun and something different, let me know. Give me some ideas, guys, because I would definitely like to do this because it's just a lot of fun. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that'd be amazing. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.